After what we've seen in Monza, you'd think that De Vries doesn't have much left to prove to the F1 world that he is indeed made out of F1 material. I mean, the guy literally scored points on his first outing, after being only a couple of hours in that car. Everyone was impressed, including team bosses, F1 drivers, and even the guy that was supposed to be impressed the most, Juicht Capito, the principal of Williams, which we spoke about in the previous video on our channel. De Vries was attacking, defending, and completing laps successfully without mistakes, and it went in his favor by scoring 2 valuable points for the team. However, not everyone was impressed by this, and it would be the guy that you'd expect it to be. Any guesses who that would be? Stick around with us just for a bit to find out. After jumping in the Williams car for FP3, De Vries was expected to just complete the race and nothing more on Sunday. I mean, how could you expect more for a guy that drove a car for less than an hour and then has to go in qualifying session and score points? Too big expectations, right? Well, De Vries fulfilled these without a problem. He finished P12 in the qualifying session, only to start P8 due to 4 drivers ahead taking grid penalties, and was able to finish just 1 position below. He was seen attacking the AlphaTauri of Gasly and defending the Alfa Romeo of Zhou, and even without Ricciardo's retirement, De Vries would have finished P10 and still scored a point for the team. It resulted in high praise from everyone on the paddock, including Toto Wolff, Juicht Capito, and drivers like Verstappen, Hamilton, and Russell. But there was one driver, his teammate, that wasn't impressed at all by Nyck's performance. According to him, the car finished right where it was supposed to be, so it's nothing phenomenal. That's where the car was supposed to finish. I think if we'd been at the front, we could have driven there too. But our car can't really be raced with that. It's more, stay where you drive, said Latifi. Pretty strong words from a guy that is barely holding on to his seat, right? So far, Latifi has been nothing but a liability for the team, and the only reason he still has a seat in Williams is that his father's company, Sofina, is funding the team since 2020, when it took a massive financial hit. We've seen some improvements in 2021 and 2022, as the team has finally scored some points, but it was more through Latifi's teammates, Russell in 2021 and Albon in 2022. Latifi was nowhere to be found, and although he isn't crashing constantly, he just isn't fast enough, and the dedication is not there to continue racing. That is why Williams fans want to see De Vries taking place in the Singapore GP and in the remainder of the season. They believe that if De Vries races in the last 6 races, Williams does have a chance of moving up to P9 or at least scoring some more points, which would be a blessing for them. Given the fact that Albon will return, the duo of Albon and De Vries will be truly something to watch out for and not write them off in Q1 and on Sundays. Speaking about De Vries, Juicht Capito said that it's up to him whether he'll race in F1 or not, as he added, "He did an absolutely outstanding job and I rate him extremely high. That's why my expectations are extremely high and he overfulfilled these. It's so difficult to get in that car to race for 2 hours and do the qualifying and not doing any mistakes and not driving on its own. He had to defend, he had attack, he had to get lapped and not doing a mistake. Then he had to do the pit stop. It's just so complicated, and it's an outstanding job," said Capito, who also spoke about the contractual situations of De Vries. "I don't know, you have to ask him what his contractual situations are. You've just seen how messy it can be, and we're not known for being messy. I'm not doing hypothetical things, so I'm only interested in facts. If the facts are there, then there might be solutions," finished Capito. As for De Vries, he did say that he did everything in his power to prove that he is worthy of an F1 seat. And on top of that, he said that he completed everything he should prior to the Monza GP, meaning that his value has now risen a lot, to the extent that he is receiving a test race with Alpine in Hungaroring prior to the Singapore GP. All that being said, there have been speculations of De Vries having a potential seat in Alpine. Watch the video on your screen to find out what led to that and what his chances are. What do you think about Latifi's comments on De Vries? Do you think that the Canadian is feeling threatened and is trying to throw shade at the Dutchman? Let us know in the comments below.